When you look upon an empty lot, it can at first seem unassuming, boring, and plain. But if you listen, the phantom of the building that used to be there can tell you a story. The ghost story of the Noetling Building reminds us that even the most mundane things can have a lively history. In 1858, town leaders in Selinsgrove wanted a place to educate the young women of the town. So, the Evangelical Lutheran Church put money forth in order to found the Susquehanna College for Women. This college provided a place for over 100 of the town's women to chase higher education. When Selinsgrove went through its great flood of 1865, the building was damaged and the church's collection plates were empty, forcing them to sell to William Noetling in 1869. Noetling's name would then go on to haunt the building for the rest of its life.
Noetling was a professor who served as principal for the college. He took an approach to women's education that was much more progressive than many other women's schools at the time. While other schools limited women to homemaking skills, Noetling taught the women at his college language, math, and science. Here, students at the women's college would put on performances and dances for the residents of Selinsgrove. Noetling was well respected in the Selinsgrove community, and in 1873, Noetling was elected superintendent of public schools in Stander County. For him to commit entirely to his new position, he closed the college and turned it into an apartment complex. The apartment was one of the many buildings on Market Street, with lots of the workers in the area calling it home. Within a block of the Noetling Building was a tailor, several drugstores, and the town's largest shoe factory, which employed 60 men. This made the Noetling Building an incredibly attractive location to live if you were an avid shopper or worked in the area.
When Mrs. Noetling died in 1937, the building was passed on to her son-in-law, Charmel L. Franz, who proposed to the town that they buy it from him and turn it into a community center. Another plan was to use the dormant building as the town's borough office, but because of the lack of upkeep, another spot would be chosen. The Noetling Building suffered several instances of damage, including a dreadful chimney fire in 1937. Eventually, the building crumbled into despair and it needed desperate renovations. After exchanging owners and falling past the point of repair, its residents were evicted. The building that once housed scholars and workers, sat next to parades and hosted dances and plays, was torn down in 2016, leaving nothing more behind than the ghost story of the Noetling Building.